if these government programs are seeing that there's so much fraud, waste, and abuse.
You said the word. I didn't want to say it.
Within the program, they just may say, you know what? We don't want to deal with this. Let's cut this benefit because it's just too much of this going on. Hey guys, welcome back to NEMT Van Talks. I'm Jasmine.
And I'm Monica.
And we're the owners of an NEMT business based here in California. Now today, we are going to talk about how NEMT success depends on integrity.
Yeah, absolutely. So in NEMT, your word is worth more than any contract you will ever sign.
That's right, Monica. And if you cannot honor your word, then you might as well go ahead and shut the door on your business right now.
So we're getting real about integrity and how to build trust with your clients with the NEMT industry.
So we were very excited to talk about this topic because we have experienced so many things within our business. But you guys know we've done thousands of consultations by now, and we hear all types of stories. So we definitely want to go ahead and dive into this conversation. Now, I do want to start off by saying if you have not subscribed to our channel, definitely go ahead and subscribe, because here on MJ Business Academy, NEMT Van Talks, we are always dropping jewels about the non-emergency transportation industry and how to help you grow, scale, or start your NEMT business.
Absolutely.
So first things first, integrity is so important in our industry. And when I say integrity, I mean even like client relationships, right? Client relationship, business to business relationships with healthcare facilities and even transportation brokers, right? Your integrity will take you so far in this industry because this industry is initially based on trust. Your clients have to trust you. Your partners have to trust you.
So when we say your integrity will take you further than just signing a contract, we really mean that, because you're right. Your integrity is how people view you within this community, how they trust you, how well you work with them, how strong is the partnership that you have with your clients. And so that means a lot within this NEMT community.
And then also what I'm thinking about is, like, because you guys know that we're NEMT business owners ourselves, and a lot of scenarios and situations that we face, you guys can relate to. So I'm going to go ahead and throw one out there.
Story time.
Have you ever misquoted a client?
Ooh.
Have you ever misquoted a client by $20, $50? I don't think we went all the way up to $100.
No, but we have misquoted a couple of times and we had to stand on it.
I'm sure you guys can relate. I'm curious, how did you handle that situation? I hope that you did not call that client back and try to recoup your additional $20. I hope not. I really hope not. But you know, as business owners, sometimes we do want to go ahead and pick up that phone again and say, you know what, sorry, I misquoted you. You owe me another $20. But it's not the best thing to do.
Absolutely not.
Especially if you are trying to build a relationship with that client or that particular partner, broker, healthcare facility, or what have you. You just gotta suck it up and make sure that you don't make that mistake again, right?
Because it will happen. Like, you will make an honest mistake, and like Jasmine mentioned, you may, misquote. And so if that happens, as a business owner, you just have to eat that cost. Whatever it is, once you have made that quote, you have accepted that payment, don't go back and backtrack. Just go ahead and eat it up. But also consider that as a lesson learned. You learn a valuable lesson within that mistake. And so you want to build from that lesson. You just don't want to make that same mistake again. And even if you do, you just got to work on like implementing ways to, not to continue to make that same mistake.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the reasons why we created a rate sheet.
Yes.
Because our dispatcher has that rate sheet. We have our rate sheet at all times. We don't need you miscalculating anything. So, you know, we've learned that people can't remember things off the top of their head. So you have to put things in place to help your operations flow smoothly. But then I also think about some of the consultation calls that I've had.
Oh, I already know where you're going with this. Come on.
Well, you know what? Let me back up. Now, you guys know in NEMT and working with state Medicaid programs, there's a whole lot of fraud. Like, it's ridiculous. A whole lot, yes. And I'm not trying to throw shade on Florida, but Florida is one state where it is heavy. But I'm not even going to talk about Florida. I'm going to talk about Colorado.
Colorado, yes.
Because it's going down in Colorado, y'all. And it's so bad in Colorado that they are making providers recertify again just so that they can get a hand on trying to control the waste and abuse. So going back to those consultation calls, we hear stories of, you know, from drivers that are looking to start their own NEMT business where they say, you know what, my boss is billing for trips that, you know, the company didn't do.
They didn't do.
You know?
Yep.
And I don't want to get deep into it, but you guys know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But if that company's driver is calling me and sharing these conversations with me, what is that business owner doing to that driver? Not only does that business owner not have integrity, but he's passing it along to his drivers.
And not only that, if the driver is open and having that conversation with you or us, who else are they disclosing that to as well?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We are business owners as well. And so we know sometimes like numbers are not mathing and you trying to make it make sense.
Oh, the urge.
And you be like, but we can do like you see those opportunities where you can probably do something that is shady, doesn't make sense. Don't do it.
Yeah. Do
not jeopardize your business. It is not worth it. It's not worth your integrity to do that. Like, it may get rough, it may get challenging, but weather that storm. Like, stay in the midst of it. Because like Jasmine just mentioned, it is going down in Colorado. And like, what is happening in that state, we don't want it to trickle down and happen in other states. Because it will. If they see that certain things, and I don't want to use the word, but if certain things are happening in other states, it will shed light. Like, let me look into and see what those providers are doing in that state as well. You know what I mean? So you want to be mindful of that.
You also want to think about the long-term effects of that, right? If these government programs are seeing that there's so much fraud, waste, and abuse.
You said the word. I didn't want to say it.
Within the program, they just may say, you know what? We don't want to deal with this. Let's cut this benefit because it's just too much of this going on. Yeah. And then what is that going to do to the industry? It's going to negatively impact us. So, you know, you really have to, one, step back, think about your values, think about your integrity, think about your team, you know, and because in Florida, there was a company where it was like 30 people, including drivers, that got arrested for fraud. Yeah, so that company will forever be looked at negatively within the community.
Yep. You know how a lot of providers don't like working with brokers. Well, if in your state you have the opportunity to bill Medi-Cal and Medicaid directly, and all this fraud is happening, and then they force us now to work strictly with the brokers. That's
they doing some stuff too, but we ain't gonna get into we ain't gonna get into that.
Don't be telling all the dirt.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, like, you just have to think about, like, you have to weigh out the risk, the long term, the short, like, everything. Just think about it. But at the end of the day, it is not worth it. Don't do it. Think about your integrity and keep it moving.
Yep. Focus on your mission.
Yeah.
Your why. Why did you start? All money ain't good money.
All money is not good money.
What's for you will be for you, will come to you.
Yes.
And just do the work.
Just put in the work, you know, stay focused, stay consistent. And we can assure you there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Just don't give up. Stay consistent in your business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
I like it.
Thank you guys.
Ciao.